top5rapwebsite.com. You already know what's going on. Today we got Ransom 7 EP. Track number 1, Envy. Be sure to check out my Ransom Director's Cut 3 review if you have not already. No production credits on Spotify.
Always wondered why niggas envied me. Your bitchy attitudes and remarks just never offended me. Know your identity before you try to pretend to me. In tune with the enemy, so my enemy won't be there.
Your bitchy attitudes and remarks don't mean shit to me. That's a fact, bro.
Shut the fuck up. On the wheel, I hold them 10 to 3. I'm riding filthy. In a sense, that's why they'll find me guilty. Riding shoddy is my homie. In the future, he'll probably try to kill me. But presently, that thought I find it silly. To my surprise, the thought of my demise is fit.
You know, let's talk about them fake friends, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to L.U.S.T, Friends off the Jericho Jackson EP. Extremely relevant.
Besides, amongst niggas who plan to rise, you can't trust the friends of feeling you can't describe. Shit, now I meditate with my heat up. In a McLaren, trying to self-medicate with my seats up. Demonstrate how these streets tough, just keep up. I'm in a space, let me reiterate. Never celebrate what your re-up, dummy. You half-stepping, pick your feet up.
You know, that's a fact. You celebrate with your re-up. You know, the re-up is to get more product. It's not for splurging.
Sonny, the last seconds, it'll speak up for me. Just do the math. See who will laugh when you on top and you finally slip up. Why should you keep a nigga down that you finally could lift up? Your brother came to you and said he gon' need.
You know, so this is already a lot better mixed than the Director's Cut 3. It's only my second Ransom project. As many of you may know, I mentioned this a lot on the channel. But yeah, he's talking about them fake friends, them snakes, you know what I'm saying, them traitors right now. Treason.
And then he watched you throw ones in the strip club. Damn, hate in his eyes while you showing this bitch love. Cause the money wasted on shorty, he uses to flip drugs. I give up, where's all this loyalty? Let's switch it. You give him the money, he buys the drugs, gets locked and now he needs lawyer fees. Damn, so before you say all them niggas hating, don't place yourself inside this situation. Yeah, try to avoid it when this shit is waiting. You gave him hell, now come and sit with Satan.
So I'll fuck with that, you know. And I almost forgot that this project is called 7. There's 7 songs, and it seems to be based around the 7 deadly sins. So yeah, that first track is about envy. And he mentioned, you know, friends and homies, you know, people you hang with. Because strangely enough, that's where the envy lies. Like, I don't understand you bozos. If it's an issue, stop hanging out with me. I understand you bozos. Track number 2, Gluttony, featuring Lloyd Banks. Shout out to Lloyd Banks. Oh yeah, I'm saving that track. Shout out to Lloyd Banks. He just dropped a new project. The name escapes me right now. We'll put that in the comments.
Praise God.
Why would you doubt the church?
I belong here in hell. Your prayers are worthless here.
Dirty piano. Drums, okay.
Always been vicious, never hired shooters, fire Rugers, violent bruisers, known to start riots and then incite the looters. Make sly maneuvers when you slide in Ubers, high abusers. Life is easy when your top's down and you know you're dying ruthless.
You know, so Ransom really eating this rhyme scheme. His flow's on point right here. I like the dirty piano. It's sounding good.
Why would you doubt the church?
Oh, restarted on this right quick. It's okay. I want to hear that again anyways.
Always been vicious, never hired shooters, fire Rugers, violent bruisers, known to start riots and then incite the looters. Make sly maneuvers when you slide in Ubers, high abusers. Life is easy when your top's down and you know you're dying ruthless. Apply the blueprint if you still in streets. Don't feel relief, I know. It's hard to get up for work when you sleep in silky sheets. It's about time. There's always an opinion when niggas doubt mine. I shoot perfect from 3 and they'll say you missed from the foul line. I get sick with these foul lines. The shot of erase your thoughts and blow out minds. Your body get traced in chalk when it's outlined. Whether you hate or love us, pray the judges take our brothers. Fools are learn from mistakes. A genius learn from mistakes of others. Devastate.
Yeah, it's a fact. So Ransom, and I like this pocket Ransom's in. He's more so focused on the flow right here. And you know, you watch this channel, you know I'm a flow dude. You know, I like dudes with flow. It's the most important thing to me, low key. And he's got the content. So, you know, he's really on a theme here. So this could turn out to be a really great project. So yeah, I was gonna say he's less focused on the punchlines here. I feel like on Director's Cut 3, and I didn't listen to 1, 2 through 2, but on number 3, there are a lot more punches, at least, you know, to this point in the album. On here, he's more technical. He's more, you know, he's getting his shit off. You feel me?
Every phrase I utter shakes the gutter.
Hold on, let me rewind that a bit.
A genius learn from mistakes of others. Devastation. Every phrase I utter shakes the gutter. Said to Satan, wait for supper. Whoever don't get a plate will suffer. Hateful suckers. I am too cerebral for you foolish people. Too deceitful. A money tree can only leave roots of evil.
Time to kick down the door again. Clear the city for slaughtering. Awful town, nigga caught again. Not on this side, you old again. I don't want no.
You know, I just want to point out that money tree, fruits of evil. You know what I'm saying? That's deep right there. Go ahead, baby.
Awful town, nigga caught again. Not on this side, you old again. I don't want overboard with sin. You playing games, think for you slip that quarter in. You know, paying like the family, kicking your organs in. Palace to raise my daughters in. Watch your step for the screws I'm missing. Cruel conditions, few collisions. Spinning blocks for superstition. Jake popped out the coop went missing. Federal, these fucking babies need.
I'm not gonna lie, never been a huge Lloyd Banks fan. I think my favorite Lloyd Banks was early G Unit, you know, Banks Workout, that type stuff. Not really a fan of his delivery or his rapping voice, you know, but I do appreciate the flows. You know, he flows, he's punchline king. You know, I know about Lloyd Banks, just not the hugest fan. But shout out to Banks though.
Supervision, I don't know what's worse now. The bullets, a few prescriptions. One of these wanna confuse tradition. No who sleeves spaghetti legend. A masterpieces of one day errand. 223s and 187s. Blue through cheese that breads a weapon. Snooze through beef your beds and head.
223s and 187s. So stick talk, you know, I appreciate this stick talk. You know, again, you watch this channel, you know I am a supporter of our Second Amendment. Safely, though, you know, 223s, you know. It's the 5.56, you know. If you shoot 223, you can shoot usually 5.56. So it's usually in reference to an AR-15. So, you know, shout out to AR-15. Shout out to Armalites.
Snooze through beef your beds in heaven. Rule pieces to double cross you. Funeral heaps a better present. Accurate stories don't take convincing. Liars get back and forth me back in custody. You ain't.
Accurate stories don't take convincing. That's a fact. I'm not trying to convince you folks. It's the truth. I'm not trying to convince you of it. You either believe it or you don't.
Hoods orders, that's in shorties. Back up off me. Gucci in traffic. One of you bastards saw me. Platinum 40, 20 years later. Looking for caskets. Call me. Caskets, call me.
Forgive me for all of my wicked sins.
That was Gluttony. Track number 3, Greed, featuring Royce. Salute to Royce, man. Hip-hop legend.
Watch this short video to get 30 minutes of uninterrupted listening.
So we got an ad here. I already listened to an ad at the beginning. They said listen to this and you get 30 minutes of free listening. So, you know, that was a lie. Track number 3, Greed, featuring Royce the 5'9". Shout out to Royce, man. Hip-hop legend. See if we got any production credits. I like to get a producer's love. Yeah, no production credits, man. For me, this is already a lot better than Director's Cut 3.
Turn your back and they'll shove a knife in your ribs. A father raising a gun while his son is fighting a bid. Ironic cause he ain't really have nothing nicer to give. You live the life that you loved and you'll love the life that you live. So what's the price if you did? Love life but can't afford a club night with champagne taste. Money is bud.
You know, so Ransom back on this no drum. Yeah, I'm not mad at this. Horns in there. Let's get it.
Like, you telling me to be negative. That's your blood type. It's hard to sleep in the bed you made when the
You telling me to be negative. That's your blood type.
bugs bite. I'm sleepwalking. I come outside when the streets darken. Try not to oblige when you hear greed talking. I'm Frank White, it's no plea bargain. King of my city. I'm a survey damn fiend that I see walking. Don't be threatened. I teach lessons, don't call me king.
Was that a Crip bar in there somewhere that I didn't catch? Sea walking? I don't know.
Cause every king suffered a
Hold on,
beheading.
let me rewind now. I don't want to miss bars, y'all. I don't want to miss bars. Let me just rewind it a bit when I stop it. That way I can catch these bars.
Don't call me king, cause every king suffered a beheading. It's 7 deadly sins, better preach, reverend. I sever limbs with this sweet weapon. You better keep stepping. I'm taking off, I'll see you all soon. What's a mogul without his money? A soldier without his war wounds. I'm hieroglyphics in a lost tomb. These are the facts. If you the richest in here, then you in the wrong room. Shucking and jiving, get you called.
I'm hieroglyphics in the lost tomb. Rare. Based.
These are the facts. If you the richest in here, then you in the wrong room.
Ooh, I'm hieroglyphics in a lost tomb. These are the facts. Artifacts are the facts. It's light work, man. A little wordplay, you know what I mean?
Sucking and jiving, get you called coon. Yeah, we all goons, you a cartoon. You play a shark cool, I can get you harpooned. I talk to him like Malcolm under a dark moon.
Shark harpooned, you feel me? You don't want to get harpooned, bro. You know, it's bloody.
You're goons, you a cartoon. You play a shark cool, I can get you harpooned. I talk to him like Malcolm under a dark moon. Harsh tunes, you want the smoke? I got all fumes. Yeah, a sharp broom like what God used. In too deep, no time to argue when your skin is a dark hue. Little man got his heart bruised and I'm John Q. Had to breeze when them arms drew. Yeah, known as squeeze like a mongoose. Alarm you indeed for this greed. Niggas harm you, think it's time that you leave. Don't believe.
Okay. Y'all missing bars, bro. Squeeze like a mongoose. If you got that bar, let me know what that means. Because when I think mongoose, I think two things. I think the animal, obviously the bird. You know, shout out to Nat Geo. And the bike. You know, mongoose are popular bike. So let me rewind that. I'm trying to catch bars, bro. And it's only 7 songs, so I feel okay about rewinding for bars. It's not going to be too long.
Yeah, a sharp broom like what God used. In too deep, no time to argue when your skin is a dark hue. Little man got his heart bruised and I'm John Q. Had to breeze when them arms drew. Yeah, known as squeeze like a mongoose. Alarm you indeed for this greed. Niggas harm you, think it's time that you leave. Don't believe, but I warned you, it's on you.
Is a mongoose a bird? Squeeze like a mongoose.
Invest on spinning in cars and bikes. Collect our stimulus stars and stripes. We left our women with scars and gripes. And death our women and starving nights. Mama sent me to help out Mitty to borrow some rights. Them jail bars, eminent guards and fights. Them L's authentic as Carl Knight. And they trending as Telfar Clemens and Charleston White.
Okay, so, you know, more bars. References, though. He said Carl Kanai. He went from Carl Kanai, you know, cross colors. That was like, I wouldn't say that was my era. I was too young, but I was probably a toddler. You know, so I do know about the Carl Kanai. Then he said Telfar Clemens. You know, I'm familiar with Telfar. Shout out to Telfar. You know, I bought my girl a couple bags from Telfar. You know, he makes affordable bags that the girls go crazy for. So, it's affordable. Shout out to that nigga, you feel me? Let me rewind that.
Sent me to help out Mitty to borrow some rights. Them jail bars, eminent guards and fights. Them L's authentic as Carl Knight. And they trending as Telfar Clemens and Charleston White. True anomaly.
They say trending like Telfar Clemens and Charleston White. So Charleston White has a couple of interviews with Plaid, if I'm not mistaken. That's the first time I heard of him, but he was trending before that. And speaking of Vlad, if you haven't seen my Is DJ Vlad, a Culture Vulture video, go check that out. Vlad or whoever is on Vlad's team, they've over the years, that was like my first big video before I even named the shit Top 5 Rap website. Over the years, they've tried to demonetize that video and take it down unsuccessfully. Well, they actually did get it demonetized for a brief period, but then I appealed it, and, you know, shout to Vlad though. Keep trying, buddy.
The viewers optometry, numerology, speaking through this autonomy. While elite is confused, tell Thomas McDonald we don't agree with his views, but we approve of his honesty. That Beretta too deadly left his head in shambles. Back in federal weaponry, shoveling mega manholes. Rather eat in the culture, never even a short ya. Who celebrate when they see you 8 with 7 candles. Bahamadia, Heather B. Every queen should never have to question her pedigree. That's Kevin Samuels. A Richard ruler to a...
Bahamadia, shout out to Bahamadia, you know, unsung hero often. You know, he's the Kevin Samuels bar because he be going at women and men. That was a nice little bar. You know, Royce is a guy. He's gonna always have some trending topics in his bar. His bars are gonna be current to the time, so you'll be able to listen to the bar and be like, okay, like years from now, decades from now, you'll be able to listen to some of his bars and be like, okay, that was probably around this era because that was what was trending. So Royce, very current with his bars. Let's finish his verse off. Hold on. Let me not disrespect him. Let me rewind that a couple seconds. Let me make sure I get all the bars. You understand?
Who celebrate when they see you 8 with 7 candles? Bahamadia had the beat. Every queen should never have to question her pedigree. That's Kevin Samuels. A Richard ruler to a Kemetic G. My queen, a better you is a better me. That's Tevin Campbell. Why the labels embellish? Why they never...
Yeah. I was waiting for the Tevin Campbell bar because I'm like, you done set up the rhyme scheme for it. Can we talk?
And so, propagated the skeleton while they selling scandal. Why the Reverend Rambos? Noriega probably a better commando. Schwarzenegger was Reagan's Rambo. Your blow stepped on, let show said no. Yo, connecting the Rolodex, Gomez Jones. He with 3 of his groupies, give him co-ed chrome. Leave him with these little Uzis, give him 4 headstones. Gold chain sneakers, choose your battle in Juice World. With Juice World shallow and Cobain steeper. The dope games eat the cocaine beepers.
I gotta rewind that. Said something about Juice World. Hopefully in good taste.
Connecting the Rolodex, Gomez Jones. He with 3 of his groupies, give him co-ed chrome. Leave him with these little Uzis, give him 4 headstones. Gold chain sneakers, choose your battle in Juice World. With Juice World shallow and Cobain steeper. The dope games eat the cocaine beepers. Coltrane peaks, the Mosang speakers. The bro can't reach us, the woe can't either. Sleeping with Soul Train divas, we post sangria. I speak for my Keishas, my no-name chica.
Sleeping with Soul Train divas. Soul Train, does Soul Train even happen anymore? He said sleeping with Soul Train. He said something else too.
Okay, either sleeping with Soul Train divas, we post sangria.
Post sangria.
Just my no-name chicas. Our folks ain't teachers, our dough can't free us. You thousandaire at the register, never popped a tag. Your concierge never helped you out with your shopping bag. You not a real goon fan, you ever got the pass. You not a real Doom fan, you never copped a mask. Been 2-stepping since Jay-Z was yelling holla back. Produced records for Shady, but never got the plaque.
R.P. Doom.
Retort is highly enforced, invite me to war. Smile in the court, then buy me a Porsche. Hoes colder than Debbie Allen, I mighty divorced. Those poet than Edgar Allen who tried me before. Who likely a corpse. Who reppin' the culture with Megan's toes is less of importance than Kylie's divorce. The psychology of a meth head. Titty licking the Mozzie like I'm trying to be breastfed.
You know, he's throwing out the current bars again. Megan's toes. You know what I'm saying? This and that.
My biggest fear is being sick with a problem. My children ain't proud of me giving an apology from my deathbed.
You know, I fuck with that song. Royce went off. Obviously, I didn't catch all those bars in one listen, but I will catch those on subsequent listens. We spent a lot of time on that track. Track number 4, Wrath.
It's in those eyes of yours. Nothing wrong with a man taking...
It's good so far.
This is how the streets will defeat you. They say that money talks, but then...
And it feels like Ransom has listened to some of the critiques because not only is this project mixed a lot better, one of the critiques I had on, I'm not saying he's listened to me, he's probably never even seen my channel, but one of the critiques on Director's Cut 3 that I had was the features, although they weren't bad, it was just way too similar to Ransom. So it's like you don't get a break from that style. Even though you're getting a feature, you're not getting a break. So by the time you hear Ransom rap after a feature, it's not like refreshing. It's just like more wordy, same type of stuff. On this one, Lloyd Banks is much different than Ransom. His delivery is different. It's a not total different rapper. They have like, they're similar in ways, you know, East Coast spitters, bar fest, but still there's a noticeable difference. And Royce, obviously, it's a noticeable difference. So the features provide a refreshing quality to where Ransom comes back on is just not, okay, more of the same. And number 2, the project is mixed and like mastered way better. Like, it sounds like good. You feel me? Great. You feel me? CD quality. And number 3, it's not just all no drums or subdued drums. He's got some no drums. He's got some drums. So this is good so far. This is the best Ransom I've heard.
It's in those eyes of yours. Nothing wrong with a man taking pleasure in his work.
This is how the streets will defeat you. They say that money talks, but then when it speaks, it's deceitful. You know some thieves got receipts too. Why waste a couple thousand on fancy shirts you could bleed through? My hands be hurt when I beat you. On the street you couldn't work for McDonald's, that shit beneath you. But in prison, my pretend for $1. This shit is lethal, too cerebral for you average thinkers. Tried to invade my home, but couldn't get past the sprinklers. Stay afloat, they have to sink us. Look past your blinkers when you ride for me. That's real shit. I went to war and survived because others died for me. Lied to me, that'd be your worst defense. Earth to friends, murder made me nervous on my first attempt. I worked again. How I rest in peace when all my peace lost. No remorse, a lion can't be concerned with all of you sheep's thoughts. I breathe sharks, drown in a pool of blood to pursue a grudge. The lines blurred between who you hating and who you love. Vengeance, rage, revenge, wrath. You gon' feel the brunt of this pain when blocking my path.
Okay, hook.
Hate, anger.
What you doing with that hook?
Heroes don't exist when it's time for villains to clash. Feel his vengeance, rage, revenge, wrath. You gon' feel the brunt of this pain when blocking my path. Feel his fury.
Okay.
Hate, anger, wrath.
So, and we got a song right here. Like, dude is doing a hook, and it's not bad. So, this is good so far, Ransom. I'll fuck with
Heroes
this.
don't exist when it's time for villains to clash.
Shoot him! No! No! You tell me that's not true. That's not true. Conventions. Ah, so right. You tell me. Come. Tell me she's alive!
My diction is clean, so I never have to stutter. Flashy colors, vision is gritty, just like the Safety brothers, nasty gutters. Nothing was promised, we barely had each other. Ashy mothers, borrowing dollars, filling up half the cupboards, past the covers. Cold as the North Pole for these lost souls. Lord knows it's all in the family. Nothing like Sally Struthers, daddy grudges. Could have been out this ghetto, that's had he loved us. Died of a horrible sickness. Shit, look, I'm glad he suffered. Chatty suckers, gossiping at his own in a Randy in 95.
He died of a horrible sickness. I'm glad he suffered. That's wrath. He ain't even gotta say it. He ain't even gotta say it angrily or sound super macho. He said that shit real calm. Yeah, he died of a horrible sickness. I'm glad he suffered. Nigga.
Live had the cordless phone and the Camry. Assault your nose with the candy. Should never judge a predator preying on food as long as he brought it home to his family. I brought the chrome for you trannies. That's what I call a switch sider. Corny niggas disguised as hustlers and brick buyers. Forget priors. I'ma be Richard doing this stand-up nigga shit. Don't slit your wrist.
Forget priors. I'ma be Richard. You know, and I like that Ransom, he's not focusing on just being so lyrical. Like, it's not like Director's Cut 3, it was bar or punchline, metaphor after metaphor after metaphor after da 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 da. This one, it seems like he's more focused on tying his theme together, and then he's just putting out, you know, the bars here and there. Or maybe I'm just not catching all of them, you know, as much as I was on the Director's Cut 3 reaction. But he seems more focused on creating the song and tying his theme together, and then he's throwing the lyrical stuff in there. So then the lyrical stuff is hitting harder, but his flows is all weaved tightly. And he's mentioned being cerebral on this project like at least 2 or 3 times already. And that is a perfect description. That's the word I would describe him here. Very cerebral with, you know, his internal rhymes and, you know, really his flow. So that's the main thing I'm gonna, you know, keep mentioning. His flow is on point. You feel me? There's less of he's lyrical still. Like, the bars is there, bro. Like, it's 25 minutes in, and like we're on track number 4. Like, I'm listening to these bars, and you know they're stopping me in my tracks. But it feels like other things are more important to him here, and it's creating a much better project than I've heard from Ransom. So salute to bro.
Live had the cordless phone in the Camry. Assault your nose with the candy. Should never judge a predator preying on food as long as he brought it home to his family. I brought the chrome for you trannies. That's what I call a switch sider. Corny niggas disguised as hustlers and brick buyers. Forget priors. I'ma be richer doing this stand-up nigga shit. Don't slit your wrists, I ain't finished torturing liars. Vengeance, rage, revenge, wrath. You gon' feel the brunt of this pain when blocking my path.
Against the sinner.
Alright, that was Wrath. Track number 5, L.U.S.T. /L.U.S.T. So, acronym featuring IX WULF.
Wow.
I forget what IX is in Roman numerals. Yeah, I forget what that is.
Y'all niggas ain't giving them this.
At 15? I don't know. I think it's 15.
Listen, only words from the heart can reach the heart. That's what mama told me. Listen, I gotta hear all these escapades at the oven. Imaginary stories portraying something you wasn't. I swear you niggas is stubborn, still hating on the next man. Now your food getting cold, watching other niggas that's grubbing. I ain't into the subbing, I ain't made for it. Y'all niggas more like Jason Collins, I'm too straightforward. Mama always wanted that house, and so she...
You know, Jason Collins, if you don't know what he was about, Google him, but it's like it's a play on his homosexuality, basically, if you don't want to Google it. Jason Collins, I think he was a homosexual NBA player, but he just used him for the straight, word association.
Prayed for it, but I made a deal with the devil and I paid for it. Wait for it, they thought it was over, I stayed lawless. Shade quarters, 8 ballers, watch who's behind them tents in that great Taurus. If you a boss, then you don't take orders. I hug the block and I embrace corners. How the hell did I raise daughters? Because of my wife and kids, I don't doubt love. It's about us, your heart can't convict the people, your mouth judge. You can't retaliate without blood. Lord, don't let me walk back into something I tried to pray my way out of. I never did my dirt without gloves. By that TV stand where the couch was, right up under that house rug. Yeah, that's where my first ounce was. I had a South plug, my cousin betrayed me, so I don't count blood. But that's the past, I know we don't regret it, don't forget it. The peace that I have now is worth everything that I lost to get it. I couldn't tell you where my thoughts was headed. Could drive me crazy if I often let it. Lust is what the heart inherits. I'm giving you teachable moments. I run a school of hard knocks, ain't no need for enrollment. What's the use of throwing a jab that don't reach the opponent? I don't choose to open these scabs, I ain't easily broken.
Yeah, the jab, that keep him honest. But I'm trying to see where L.U.S.T is playing into this track. I expected, I guess, he's not mentioning L.U.S.T the way I thought he would. I thought it would be like more involving women or whatever, but let's see what he's got planned.
20 years, you can see the devotion. When your life is an open book, you can read the emotions. I need a house on the beach overseeing the ocean. If you don't marry this game, you agree to eloping. How could you spend the rest of your life grieving and coping? Believe that you chosen, ducking, dodging these demons and omens. Yeah, take a breath, let it breathe for a moment. My every word you believe when it's spoken. Cause every word that I'm speaking is golden, deceivingly potent. All these feelings I'm really evoking. Yeah, they say them things that you loving more, or be them same things you lusting for. I don't trust it, y'all.
So where is IX WULF? A little acoustics, maybe this is IX WULF. Oh, there it is. That's cool. You feel me? He tied in L.U.S.T there at the end with IX WULF. Okay. We got track number 6, Sloth, featuring JR. So Sloth is like laziness. These last 2 songs mixed a little lower than the rest.
What is living with no obsessions? Got no discretions, you know the reference, but hold the essence, know your lessons. How you handle your liquor when holding weapons. I done took this hoodie off in the villains, my own reflection. Sole possession of a sober perception with no deceptions, no depression. Life's a test, niggas blessed when they know the questions. Hope for blessings, but I ain't gon' pray in no church to get him. Curse the reverend cause he fake. Only snakes got a thirst for venom. Search my denim, then fire this piece like I burnt the emblem. First Amendment, spit a fiery piece like a verse from Lennon. They say that a liar's the worst defendant. We ain't breaking no rules, but it hurts to bend them. Turn the pendulum, now swinging in our direction. I'm all distressing. Satan's trying to ruin your business, but you got God investing. Hard to question. Harbor these dark infections, they start infesting. Father left them, now I'm the greatest rapper. A star was destined. You choose a path or it chooses you. Don't let your master confuse your view. A near disaster is beautiful. The first to disregard all his work is last in his cubicle.
Like that kid from Nazareth, Jerusalem. Born to lead niggas, they still attacking, abusing. You hear the laughs and amusement through the speakers. Who critiques
JR.
in our own reflections. Respect to the true believers. Uber Eats, deliver food for thought. These niggas trick you like true or false. I'm true to fall, but I do it raw with fewer.
It's a good spot for a feature.
Smoke spitting hookah bars. Come out my dough, I need them Gouda bars. Who's the call when you're pursuing guidance? Who's winning and who's surviving? Who's stealing and who's providing? You'll find those answers can scissor through disguises. They fake tough, but behind closed doors really be you to hide a juvenile. Just so you understand, I give you slow motion. Flows colder than ice rinks in Nova Scotia. Most omens be right under your nose and you won't notice. Once broken, trust can cause a division. A gross quotient, reading Braille with 2020, I see clearer than ever. Only strive to keep my spirit together. Time is limited, so I spit it with intentions. I'll be living forever. And once I'm going to treat my lyrics as treasure, I feel like Beckham just peep how I kick it, the new Terry. But everything is,
you know, these is cool bars. You feel me? Beckham, kick it, soccer. You get the reference.
natural hair, just juices and berries. One of the best at dodging blows, but it's used for the parry. I only hide from the lies, the truth shouldn't scare you. Nigga.
Okay. That was Sloth. And we got the outro, track number 7, Pride. Pride is the devil. So I like this sample. If you ever listen to Lil B, he used this exact same sample on T-shirt and buttons. It's a Joe Budden diss song. It's funny as fuck. T-shirt and buttons, it's a fucking warning shot. Rap niggas want to talk, I'll leave you with your jaw drop. It's the same sample. This is a great sample too. This is like the only, maybe the second time I've heard this sample.
Under. It's hard to be peaceful and civil in spite of hunger. Before you make a bad call, nigga, no dollar number. I'm trying to be the adult that I needed when I was younger. I told my mom Deuce I forgive her for being absent. Remember all my friends made fun of her cause of accent. Never understood the importance of what a dad meant. Cause mama never spent them couple checks that he last sent. Far as that shit is past tense. I changed for the money cause I never had sense. Almost seen them pearly gates when I hopped my last fence. Now I'm over 38 and wonder where the cash went. You talk about coke, never sold a slab of the raw. Stop asking for the ball with zero passion to score. You criticize rap, but you never crafted a bar. That's like talking about sex, but you can't unfasten a bra. This shit like crashing.
Yeah, it's a lot of dudes like that. I won't mention them. You criticize rap, but you ain't never spit a bar. And I feel like you don't have to be like the greatest rapper to you know, do reviews. Or you look at the NBA, a lot of great coaches, they weren't great players, but you gain a better appreciation for what the artist is doing when you've actually attempted to do it. So I feel like, yeah, you don't have to be like, you don't have to have be a Grammy award winning rapper to have an opinion on rap or on music. But again, you gain a greater appreciation for what's going on and for what's being attempted. Like when I talk about these flows and how he's connecting shit and like word association, like when you've actually tried to do it, you understand the difficulty behind it. So, you know, that's real talk.
Soul and slab of the raw. Stop asking for the ball with zero passion to score. You criticize rap, but you never crafted a bar. That's like talking about sex, but you can't unfasten a bra. This shit like crashing a car. Collision course with your vision lost. You could die for nothing but your living cost. You think the decision's yours? No remorse in his core. It's cold when they lock them prison doors. He froze when I shot, forgive him, Lord. Bullet holes in every car that I driven off. Regardless, I've been a boss, was robbing and whipping raw. Kept them jars in the kitchen drawer with revolvers and tinted cars. Leave a nigga slug back the gun strap. Point at your cranium like a Dutch cap. Stand up niggas get hunched back. And I don't really think you want that. I brought the little pump back. I snuck it on stage. How you gon' trump that? A different world. What a grimy time. I don't simulate. I play the game, but the sliders put up the 99. It's only right that I finally shine. Take it in line to line. And now that I'm eating, I'm going wine and dine. I speak word.
You said I played a game with the sliders on 99. I mean, does Madden and NBA Live still let you do that? Do they let you, you know, adjust the player stats? Who remembers Madden like 05, 06, 07? The Madden cards. So you would unlock certain cards and you could use them in exhibition games. So I'll play people and I had a fumbleitis card activated. They fumbling. They don't understand. Like, why do I keep, like, I don't know why you keep fumbling, bro. Oh, look at the stats. Look at the gameplay settings. And you can go in settings. Everything's normal. They don't know I got the Madden card in.
That'll scar you. If it doesn't evolve you, it should never involve you. I'm too clever to argue. I don't really speak much. Vision like Cole say. I'm just trying to.
If it don't evolve you, it shouldn't involve you. IG caption.
I speak words that'll scar you. If it doesn't evolve you, it should never involve you. I'm too clever to argue. I don't really speak much. Vision like Cole say. I'm just trying to get you to see stuff. If you playing games, the shotty lifting your cleats up. If you naming names, you ain't nobody that we trust. If you claim the fame is getting out of police cuffs, you should save the pain. Consider giving these streets up. Keep up. I'm Dr. Sebi mixed with Machiavelli, Pac and Reggie. Noble soldiers, behold the flow as vulgar as Acanelli's. I'm like the late.
Shout out to Red, man. I heard Reggie Noble. Let me rewind that.
I'm Dr. Sebi mixed with Machiavelli, Pac and Reggie. Noble soldiers, behold the flow as vulgar as Acanelli's. I'm like the Lakers when they drop confetti.
The flow is vulgar as Acanelli. You know, Acanelli's main hit. What's it called? Put it in what? Google it. I'm not gonna say it.
A tripod to keep the chopper
It's a family friendly.
The stock is heavy, Berettas and Cockasemis. Whenever rain appear, a man will always be judged on how he handles fear. It's clear I'm over your heads just like a chandelier. Fans a cheer, fucked up the game over this span of years. Shit is too real, man.
Okay, that was 7 by Ransom. So this is a lot better than any other Ransom project that I've heard. Way more interesting than the other Ransom stuff. Well, the director's cut 3. Even the production, more. I wish he had the production credits on here. Let me see. Yeah, I don't see it. Wish he had the production credits on here because I wanted to shout out, you know, the producers. I feel like the beats are better. And again, only reference I have is director's cut 3. I feel like the beats are better. There's a theme, there's a topic. The mixing is better. The flows. Well, he wasn't rapping bad on Director's Cut 3, but I feel like he's rapping better here. The features they made more sense. This is great job by Ransom, and I feel like the fact that it's 7 songs, Ransom realizes the shorter the project, not the shorter the better, but shorter projects, you know, sub 12 songs, 12 or less, maybe even 10 or less, you know, that's his bag. Because I say this often, rappers who are just really wordy and kind of have like, they're just the rappers, you know, street rappers, so, you know, they just put bars together. They're not necessarily songwriters. Listening to a 12, 14, 16, 18 song project from a rapper like that, like, it's very like difficult to get through in one sitting, or you just get listeners fatigue. You know, there's these type of rappers who are not necessarily songwriters but are just great rappers, guys like Ransom, guys like Lloyd, guys like L.U.S.T. You know, it's despite how much I liked him, it's kind of hard to sit through an hour of these dudes rapping. You feel me? Especially when there's not really an onus on songwriting. You know, these type of rappers, oftentimes they're limited, not in their lyrical ability. They can do everything lyrically. It's like lyrical acrobatics. But, you know, delivery is samey. Like on this project, like Ransom doesn't change his delivery. It's like he's delivering every bar the same way on every song. But it doesn't become an issue because it's only 7 songs. It's only 20 or 20 something minutes long. So you don't get to the point to where you're like, all right, I'm through with this, or I'm tired, or I want to take a break. You know, and rappers like that, they also kind of need features. Like I mentioned this earlier, they need features that balance them out, that provide a contrast to when they come back, to where when they come back on the track, it's refreshing to hear them. So Ransom did a great job here. You know, 7 songs, there's a theme, the 7 deadly sins. You know, that's pretty clever. So he's not just rapping braggadocio or just non sequitur. Like, there's a theme here. The mixing's great, the production's great. You know, it fits him. He didn't sound out of place at all. This is a great project, man. And I like the fact that his flow is so, he mentioned this, cerebral. He's in pocket the entire time. So this is a great job by Ransom. Maybe he listens to the criticisms, maybe he doesn't. I feel like he listened to some of what critics had to say. He has a lot of fans online, so it can become easy to just become lackadaisical. Like, well, they like my stuff, and I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing. But I noticed the difference between this and the Director's Cut 3. I noticed that he tightened up on at least some things that I noticed on Director's Cut 3. The mixing, the just production, just endless loops. Like I said this during the Director's Cut 3 review. If y'all are watching this, you might as well go watch that one too. That way you can understand what I'm saying here. I said this during, you know, the Director's Cut 3. Like, yeah, these no drums beats. Like, the samples are cool, the loops are cool, but it becomes tiring to hear this, like, throughout the entire project. I'm not gonna hold you. Like, it's like the same formulaic. This one wasn't like that. He had his no drums, he had his drums, he had content. There's not much I can say. Y'all know I don't like rating projects on the first listen. But if I were to rate this project, and, you know, take this with a grain of salt, because y'all saw how many times I had to rewind for bars. It's going to take me at least 3, 4, 5 more listens to really catch these bars. But I give this 4 stars. This is a good job by Ransom. And my favorite songs, Wrath for sure. Wrath, I didn't speak much during that one because I really liked it. You'll notice, like, songs I really like, I want to hear it. I don't necessarily want to, you know, talk through it. But really, the first 4 songs, track number 4, my favorites: Envy, Gluttony, Greed, and Wrath. Envy for sure, and Wrath. If I just had to pick 2 songs, Envy and Wrath. Now, the L.U.S.T song, track number 5, L.U.S.T, I did not get how L.U.S.T tied into that song. But again, it's just one listen I'm going off of. And yeah, WULF at the end. Maybe that's the part that, you know, I should have focused on. But other than that, it's a great project, man. Ransom seems to be very self-aware of his strengths and weaknesses. So he did a great job here. Shout out to Ransom. Shout out to Momentum Entertainment. And y'all, do me a favor. Let me know who produced this project, if it's just one producer, if it's multiple, because they deserve a shout out. That Wrath song, Wrath, let me play a little bit of that real quick. That shit was hard. That's the best one. And, you know, again, I'm a songwriting guy, so Wrath is my favorite song, and it's just so happy. He got a hook there, he's doubling his vocals. And again, I said this on my Director's Cut 3 review, like, he's delivering bars the same way. I would like to hear him double layer his vocals. At some points he did that here. So dude is a self-aware rapper. He's not resting on his laurels. That's going to create an underground legend. So yeah, be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. And this is Top 5 rapwebsite.com. Peace.